Warning. The following content is intended for immature audiences only. The opinions of these two fine gentlemen should not be taken seriously at all.
The JTS 51 Podcast. Introducing your hosts, JT and Sai.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the JTS 51 podcast. Introducing myself, my name is JT. As always, I am joined by the Superman that is Sai. Sai, how you doing, mate?
Well, apparently not feeling that super. We had a little trouble counting to three just a minute ago.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, it's just terrible. I was saying one, so I was already on three. Oh God, it's not going well. But yeah, how you doing, mate? All good?
Yeah, not so bad, not so bad. Actually, I was a little bit later on today because I was just thinking about, weirdly, my showering habits. Right now, I don't know about you, but I'm an evening showering person. I like to have a shower just before I go to bed, so I feel all nice and fresh in bed. I don't know if that's
exactly
you,
the same.
Right? Okay,
exactly
fine.
the same. Yep.
Weirdly, though, on this night when we do this podcast, obviously, you and I aren't sitting next to each other. We're doing this through the power of the internet and whatnot. But I always feel like I have to have a shower before the pod, which is weird because you can't even smell me.
No, absolutely not. No.
So I don't know why I've got into that habit. I'm always like, oh, we got to do this podcast in a minute. Oh, I've only got an hour. I better jump in the shower. It's like I'm going on a date.
Oh, I know. That's crazy. That is crazy. Maybe you feel like it wakes you up or something, or like, gets you in like that mood to, go and record, wakes you up a little bit.
Well, yeah, maybe. I mean, there's no other explanation for it because we haven't been on a date or anything yet. I don't know what's...
Yeah, exactly. Me, I normally just roll out of bed and just be like, yeah, I'm ready to record. Here we go.
No, that's me in the mornings before work. It's just the thing is, I think I've said this before, but so I'll stay up late, and I think a lot of people do. But then obviously you naturally feel a little bit more tired in the morning. But those extra sleep, that extra sleep in the morning is worth double points, isn't it? So what you could do is go to bed an hour earlier or half an hour earlier, whatever. Yeah. Instead, you hit your snooze on your alarm, which gives you another 5 minutes at most in bed. But
exactly,
to me, that's like triple points.
100%.
It's worth more.
Sacrifice. Every day I will sacrifice a few more minutes in bed instead of waking up and showering. I'll shower the night before. I think this one's quite. It's quite a polarizing one. I think some people will be like, "What? You guys don't shower in the morning?" I'll be like, "Well, I go out, right? I'm like, say if I'm in the office or I'm going shopping or something. I've gone out, germs all around me, all my clothes on me, whatever. I don't want to come into my bed like with those germs on me. I'd rather have a shower before bedtime, have a nice shower, then get into bed nice and clean, nice and fresh."
Agreed. Because you feel all scummy, right?
Yeah.
But I appreciate people do it the other way around. So my missus is that. So she prefers to have a shower in the morning. And I'm like, no, because that means I have to get out for work like an hour earlier. Obviously, it doesn't take me an hour to have a shower, but I've got to roll out of bed, bumble around a bit. I haven't had my coffee, can't remember which way around to put my pants on, that kind of stuff. And then you get in the shower,
absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
But what it does mean is I go to bed all showered and clean, and then I've got scummy sleeping next to me. So 100%. Then I've got one of my sides I've got to like rinse off again in the morning. So I don't...
yeah. Well, you know what? I think we're in the exact same boat because my missus is more like, I'll shower in the morning type of person as well.
Madness.
And I was thinking, wow, if I was a shower in the type of morning person, then we'd have to really like synchronize our clock somehow because she does leave earlier than me. And I am the type of person who kind of leaves it till last minute in the morning time to get ready, grab a little breakfast if I can, jump in the car, get to work. So this way, she goes to a shower. I'm nice and toasty in bed, enjoying an extra half an hour. So who's the real winner, Si? Who's the real winner? Us.
Yep, I'm getting those double points for sleeping in.
Those few minutes, extra minutes, are like heaven. Wouldn't change it for the world.
If I go to hell, that will be part of my hellscape. It will just be some little devil waking me up an hour before I need to be anywhere.
Yeah. Get in the shower.
Yeah. All those annoying dreams where you dream that you wake up and do all the pre-go-to-work prep, so you get up, you get dressed, you do your teeth, you do your breakfast, blah, 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 kids to school, and then you wake up and you're like, I've just done this.
Do you know what? That's got to be one of the most saddest things I've ever dreamt of is a full day. I've dreamt of a full day doing mundane things that I do every day. So I woke up, got ready, went to work, done a whole day's work, came back, and I woke up from my dream, and I was like, what was the point of that dream? Where were the dragons? Where was the fire? Where was the explosions? I was fucking. Why am I dreaming about having a normal day? That's ridiculous. That's the worst dream you could have. That's a nightmare. It's not even a dream. Oh.
My friend's got a theory on this, right? So usually blokes have more creative dreams. It seems, just anecdotally, right? Speaking to my friends, the guy, and then speaking to the girls, right? And he had a theory on this, and he goes, right, so typically guys watch a lot more creative things,
yes,
like films, TV series, whatever it happens to be. You know, it'll be sci-fi, fantasy stuff, whatever it happens to be. So naturally, that gets incorporated into your dreams. So you wake up in the morning and you have these wild dreams, as you say, about fighting dragons and just goodness knows what goes on, right? But then your missus will wake up and she'll go, "Oh, I had a wild dream. Bob planted a flower in the front garden." He's like, "That's at work." And I'm just like, "What? That's not wild." "Yeah, there isn't a garden at work."
Plot twist! Plot twist!
No, but that could happen. Yeah. That's not wild.
Do you know what? I have to say, my missus has the most craziest dreams. Like from the two of us, she's the one that has the maddest dreams. Like she's so good at recalling her dream. Like, I don't know how she does it, right? Whereas I think most men will probably go to sleep, wake up, and they've completely forgot what the dream was, unless it was something like extraordinary, like something not normal that they wouldn't have dreamt of. So very rarely I'd wake up and I'll be like, yeah, that's that was fucking amazing. I don't know what happened in that dream. But my missus will wake up. So I do realise, so when we watch something, or when I force her to watch something I want to watch, she'll watch it with me. She is such a scaredy cat. Anytime there's something scary, whatever, she covers her eyes. Could be in the cinema, could be at home, or she'll be on her phone. She's watching, but she's looking at her phone just to avoid the scary things on the screen. So, but on the off chance that she does see something crazy, I know that she'll fall asleep and she will dream about that thing in some sort of way. It relates back to her dream. And she's sometimes woken me up and she's told me that the most maddest dreams. I'll be like, how the fuck did you get to that dream? Like, how did your mind create up something so ridiculous that you had to bloody that you could remember it as well the next morning? It's just crazy. Whereas for me, I genuinely forget about what I dreamt about like a minute after I wake up. Like, it just doesn't come back to me. Honestly. I will tell you one thing, sorry, it was really funny actually. I was in a vivid dream. So it was a movie, right? A movie, and it was like I was in the movie, but I also had the vision of the director, which is fucking weird, right? Can you imagine this? So I'm playing a part. So I'm playing the part in the movie, but I also knew what the director was seeing and doing. Anyway, I woke up and this dream was amazing. It was a movie. The plot twist at the end was fucking amazing, mate. I will say it was absolutely incredible. So it was about 4 a.m. I get my phone. I said, I have to write this down because that was unbelievable. So, I've just woken up. I've got notes up on my phone. I'm writing it down, like the characters' names, the massive twist at the end. Oh man, I thought, yes, I've got it all. Bang, put my phone down, and I thought, yeah, I'm gonna speak to my mates and my missus about this tomorrow. Anyway, went back to sleep. Woke up in the morning, opened the notepad. I didn't know what the fuck I was typing. It was all gobbledygook. It was all ridiculously stupid. Like, I couldn't even read what I was typing. And the worst thing is, I couldn't remember what I dreamt about. So that's why I wrote it down. Oh my god, it was ridiculous. When I woke up, I genuinely thought I wrote the whole plot, like everything from the top to bottom, and the massive plot twist at the end. But when I read it, I was like, "What? Stephen is doing what?" I was like, so bad. But my missus can recount every single part of her dream when she wakes up, which is incredible. Fair play to her. Play to her.
I wish I had that ability. But I also wish, well, actually, two things. Back to your thing. So in reality, you must have just been awake, scribbling on a pad, and your missus sort of half asleep next to you. Just like, what's he doing? It's just, I'll just leave him to it.
Because I just remember waking up and I was like on my phone. I was typing everything so carefully, and I'm like, yes, this is amazing. I'm so happy I can remember this. 6 hours later, when I wake up, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, I don't know what.
Not so much.
Just absolute nonsense. What's going on here? I couldn't, like, spell check didn't work for me, so all the words are wrong. I don't know what I've written. There's some numbers in there. I don't know what I was typing, honestly.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Unbelievable.
So you've literally might have the plot to, like,
honestly,
some Oscar-winning movie, but it's just scribbles on a page that you can't read.
It's encrypted. I can't. I have to decipher it. It's ridiculous. Oh.
Have you got any doctors friends because they might be able to decipher it for you because they've got notoriously horrendous
a squiggle
writing.
line means paracetamol. I don't know how. It's just, oh my God. Yeah, unbelievable.
No, what I was going to say just a minute ago was not so much remembering the dreams. I wish I knew what the formula was to generate the good dreams. So there have been days that I do the same thing. Like I'll wake up in the morning, usual routine, go to work, usual nonsense, come home, watch a TV show, go to bed, have the most wild dream ever. That's phenomenal. Can't remember the bits of it, but really not that much. Go to the next day, pretty much Groundhog Day. Go to bed and just have the most bland, boring dream, like it was 3 hours of me choosing a shirt from I don't know wherever. I'm just like, how do you generate?
There
the
must
good
be
dreams?
something. I think it's linked to food. Personally, I think it's linked to food for some reason. Honestly, no scientific research has gone into this, but I think some certain foods might give you more vivid dreams. Or what else could it be? I'm just trying to think. Tiredness, is it?
It must be if it's food, it must be food combinations. Because I've tried the cheese thing, right? Because everybody goes, "Oh, don't eat cheese before you go to bed," and I thought, no, screw it. I'm going to live like a rebel on the edge. I'm going for it. So for about a month straight, I was trying different little bits of like different cheeses and stuff like that to see if it did anything.
Wow.
Nothing. Obviously, at Christmas, you eat loads of food and somebody buys a cheese board from somewhere, and you just sit there. Nothing.
That's a lie.
And then I'll just have a normal day at work and I'll be, I don't know, riding a flying camel over the Antarctic or something like that. I'm just like, what is going on?
Do you know what? Speaking, I don't want to dwell too much on this. There was another time, right? I had a dream. It was brilliant, right? It was I was in the wrong place at the right time, right? And I ended up getting ended up finding something. So I'm on a holiday. I don't know what the fucking plot was. I'm on a holiday or something. I find this little box, size of your fist, little box like that, right? I open it and water just sprouts out of nowhere from out of it, right? And it comes out like a fireman's hose. Like it's just the water goes super quick. And then you close it and then there's no water. It's just literally like that. Then the government find out that I've got this device that could potentially save millions of people, but they want it for their own good. So then I'm in a 2-hour dream where I'm running away from the government. And every time I think I'm safe, someone's betrayed me or someone's someone's ratted me out like where I am, and then I'm on the run again. And that was a good dream. That's one of the dreams. I'll be like, that could be an amazing movie. So guys, if you're thinking of stealing my idea, it's too late. I've already written it down. I've already said it on this podcast, so you can't. I'll sue you.
Yeah, he's already written it down really badly on a notepad that you can no longer decipher. I mean, he can definitely decipher.
Yeah, no, that was a good movie. That was a good dream. I'm thinking, if I could put that into a movie, what would I call it? And I was just thinking, the only thing I'd call it is like The Box or something. Not really an exciting name. Not really much of an exciting name, but yeah. Water Box? Would you go see a movie called The Water Box?
Well, the thing is, though, right? You say you're not selling it. You have to have. You've got that. We were talking about this a few episodes ago. You know, you've got that British oomph about you. What would you call it? Box. No, you need some of that American oomph.
I'm already telling you shit, and it's not even been a thing yet. Do you know what I mean? Oh, it's terrible. That's what we do.
Oh, exactly. But the thing is, right? It's not the name. It's your connection with it. Right. I'll give you an example, right? So one of the biggest movies of sort of this year or last year, whatever, is a movie called Dune. Now, you don't think of that, but you just think of the word Dune. It's the most boring name ever. But no, it's about, a sci-fi thing, giant worms,
amazing
great. And also, like, you apply it to, like, bands and stuff like that. There are some, like, notoriously badly named bands, like, the Beatles. You don't think that that's a terrible name because they were obviously such a great band, but the Beatles, they could have been called the Slugs. It just doesn't work. Or the Monkeys, or
Fugees.
whatever it is, Corn, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just named after things, and the names become great and cool because the bands are very good. But you actually take the name itself. If your band was called Cornflakes, you'd be like, what? No. But if you were like a super top tier rock band, it's like,
that's exactly what would happen. Yeah, it's not really more about the name in rock bands. It's all about the content, isn't it? So their music and everything. Yeah. So no, I guess you're right there.
So you make your film could be called The Box,
starring JT.
Yeah.
That was quite crazy.
But Dreams wild. How do we even get onto this? I can't remember now. We've been me.
Yeah, sorry, go back.
Anyways, talking about movies. Did you see the Oscars was on this week?
I did. And I got to be honest, I didn't watch it. So
nor did anybody.
It's so
this is the
boring.
thing. It's like you look at all these shows. It's like the Grammys, the
Yeah.
Brits, the Oscars, and all these things. You know, there must be literally millions pumped. I'm not. I'm
No,
making it
no,
up, but
you're
must
right,
be
you're
millions
right.
pumped
Yeah,
into
yeah,
this
yeah,
show,
sure.
like with the glitz and the glam and everything else that goes on, right? And nobody watches it.
Nah.
It's just a award ceremony for just the people that they put on TV, and that's it. But nobody watches it other than themselves.
No, I don't know anyone personally that's watched it. The only thing that I kind of, and I think this is probably indicative of how society is nowadays, is that I get most of my news from social media. So unless something ridiculous happened, I wouldn't have seen it. I wouldn't have known about it. I'm not going to watch it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to watch the news that's reporting on it, apart from maybe a 10-second clip where they say, "Oh, and the Oscar for the best movie goes to blah blah blah." That's the only bit. I kind of get. But it's not like last year or like a couple of years ago when Will Smith got up and slapped the shit out of Chris Rock. Now that is entertainment. I watched that about 7-8 times. Honestly, I went back and I watched that 7-8 times because it was ridiculous. But this year, nothing, mate. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I like the way that he did it, and then he acted like the victim.
Yeah.
You're like, well, hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. You just slapped a dude for making jokes.
That's right.
A little bit insecure, maybe.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
it's old news now, but it's just absolutely wild. The other one was, what was it? I did enjoy when Ricky Gervais was it
Ricky
it
Gervais.
was the Oscars, right?
I think it was the Golden Globes, or was it the Oscars?
Oh, yeah, it might have been. Yeah, no, it might have been. In any case, when he did it. But the funny thing was, right, so I don't know about you, but you watch the bits where he's doing the talking, making the jokes, just like
100%.
shredding the audience, and then the actual people that are the stars, not that he's not a star, but he's sort of introducing everybody, and then when the actors winning the award and stuff go, you'd like skip over all of that.
Get back to Gervais.
You just forward back.
You want to get back to Gervais, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. He's the most interesting and brilliant part of it, and he's phenomenal.
He
absolutely
is.
phenomenal.
I love Gervais. I genuinely, I rate him so highly. I've loved all his comedy for like the last like 15, 20 years.
Absolutely.
But honestly, like when he gets up on that podium, right, and he roasts everyone, he is unreal, because it's like the Americans are so offended. Have you ever seen when he's told a joke about a celebrity and then they pan to the camera to the actor or the actress, and they are like shocked? They're like absolute shock. Like, has this man said what he actually said? And then Gervais is so cool, so calm. He will just laugh it off. He'll be like, yeah, but it's the truth though. And then that's it. You can't embarrass Gervais. You know what I mean? He embarrasses you. Like, he's unreal. He is unreal. That was the only like kind of like entertainment that I kind of see when I watch these these broadcasters. Yeah, skip it forward to Gervais's part, because that's going to be brilliant.
And do you know the best part about it is, wasn't there all that controversy? Oh, he's in so much trouble, and then they kept inviting him back because the ratings
Through the
kept
roof,
going up.
absolutely through the roof. His best one was the last one where he goes, "I don't give a fuck. I'm not coming back next year. I'm just gonna go hard again." Oh, he's brilliant. He is absolutely brilliant.
I bet it must be such a great gig for him as well, especially after that first one, because he obviously, quite a few people went quite hard on. Not, he says he doesn't care. He must care a little bit, but in any case, he's big enough to be able to brush it off and not worry too much about it, But in any case, and then he just keeps getting invited back. In fact, they need more people like that, I think, because the interesting thing as well is that through all the stuff that Gervais said, right, got a bit of criticism, but nothing. If you'd switched him with Chris Rock, do you reckon Will Smith would have reacted the same way? Now, I've seen clips of it.
Wow.
And he said he probably wouldn't have done a joke like that, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
He might have said something along those lines. Do you reckon it would have reacted the same?
No.
I don't think so
at all. I don't think Will Smith would have stepped up to Ricky Gervais if he had said something about his wife. But then again, I think Gervais's comedy is a little bit. It's hard to say, because I think Chris Rock, his comedy and Gervais's comedy are different, but also
massively,
a little bit similar as well. They both go for the kind of shock value, the shock factor.
Yes.
But I don't know if Gervais would. I actually don't know. But I know for a fact that Will Smith would never have stepped up to Gervais. Absolutely not. I think it's because he knows Chris Rock. That's what kind of made him step up and actually slap him, which was fucking unbelievable, because the whole world thought, is this a stunt? Is this fake? And then people kind of realised when Will Smith actually started swearing, because he never really swears on live TV, that this shit is real. But yeah, no, that was I don't think so. I don't think he would have stepped up to Gervais. Remember, Gervais has been in He's done a little bit of boxing. He was terrible, but he has done a bit of boxing. I don't know if you've seen this charity fight. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. Oh, but yeah, no, I do love Gervais.
Yep. Definitely need more comics like that. Well, the thing is, you need to get big enough so that it doesn't matter, and then when it doesn't matter, you can go hard on the things that they believe to be true, and I think that's probably right. But no, not really a lot happened. It's funny because even in previous years, you've had the preachy celebs.
This is it.
They're flying on their private jets, private cars, overpriced suits and dresses and stuff, and then they start telling us how we should live. And you're like, hang on a minute, have you got mirrors in those change
what are you talking about?
Because I'm pretty sure you don't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, we should be feeding the needy. Well, then why the fuck did you get on a private jet to fly 10 miles? Shut up, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just talking rubbish.
Yeah.
Absolute
It's
twaddle
amazing,
from these
isn't it?
celebs. Yeah, some of them are so stupid. Like they'll preach all this like lovely stuff, and then they'll go back to living in their ridiculous ways. Do you know what I mean? Doing no charity work, absolutely none.
Big mansions, loads of bedrooms, loads of bathrooms, big cars, and you're just like, I don't begrudge you having any of that stuff.
Never,
Hell, if
never.
I had the money,
Yeah,
I'd do
course.
the same. But I'm not sure if I could sit on a stage and go, you people that don't have as much as me, you must live better.
And you people that don't have as much as me must give more as well. Like, you know what I mean? Like, shut up, man.
Oh, yeah.
Accept your reward and piss off. Do you know what I mean?
Well, exactly. That was another Ricky quote, wasn't it?
That was.
I can't remember exactly how he phrased it, but it was great.
He's phenomenal. He is phenomenal. Oh, mate. Oh,
Yeah, just calling it like it is.
that
Sorry
was
about
it, really.
you.
I was just going to say I went for a meal yesterday with my family. Very interesting to say the least. So I haven't been Toby Carvery in a long time. Been years and years.
Yep.
On the idea of it,
You should probably explain what a Toby Carvery is for anyone.
no, exactly.
Our Filipino listener.
Yeah, he doesn't know what this is. So Toby Carvery, I'm pretty sure most people will know, but it's a place where it's a restaurant you go to, you pay per plate, you go there, it's roast dinner, which is amazing. You got choice of like 3 meats, and you can eat as many vegetables and stuff as you want. They're refillable, but you can only get the meat once. So once you're up there,
Yeah, so the meat is once, and all the sides are as much as you want.
You can walk up
just,
there. Yeah, absolutely.
Just the meat.
As much gravy as you want as well. All good. So my sister had a coupon. It was £6. Normally it's about £12 a plate. So, but she had a coupon for £6. But they said if you want to go king size, $7.99. And I thought, wow, that's good value. So we went there, parked up, went inside, got to our table, queued up, right? And the lady goes, "Oh, would you like king size?" I'm like, "Oh, you trying to call me fat or something?" But I said, you know what? I'm not a pussy. Of course I'm going to take the king size. Not a problem. It's only $7.99. I'm eating like a king today. Gives me a massive plate. Now, for anyone that hasn't got Toby Carvery, their Yorkshire puddings are flipping huge. They are freaking huge. Like,
amazing.
Listeners, if you get your hands out and put them together, they're bigger than that. Like, do you know what I mean? They're ridiculously big. So naturally, she said, "Do you want 2?" I said yes. So that covered up half my plate straight away. I put my meats in, which was nice. I think I had chicken. I had pork, gammon, and turkey. That was my 3 meats. Loaded my vegetables, mostly potatoes, macaroni cheese, a few things there, and then sat down. Now this is the thing. So when I sat down, I loved Yorkshire puddings. Even when I was a kid, I loved them. Like I could munch them all day. I can have it as a own meal. That's how good they are, right?
Agreed.
They're so good, right? And a bit of gravy, oh, so good. And then I sat down. I started eating the first one of my extremely large Yorkshire pudding. And then I looked around the table. Now, I don't know if this is the fat guy in me, but I started thinking, right, which one of my family is going to give up on their dinner first? And how many Yorkshire puddings am I going to be able to eat from their plate? Oh, my God. And the answer was 2. I had 2 extra. My dad couldn't finish his. I had his. And my sister couldn't finish hers, so I had hers. So I had basically 4 large Yorkshire puddings from my Toby Carvery. And I'm proud of that. I'm not even sorry. Even sorry. They're amazing. Absolutely amazing. If I could get more, I would have.
Do you know, it's funny, isn't it? Because like we have, when we do Yorkshire puddings and stuff, you sometimes end up with an uneven number. Now it's okay because we're not all the same size in my house, so usually the kids have small portions, but my daughter's sort of growing and she's catching up anyways. But isn't it funny, the attraction to Yorkshire puddings? Like, so same as you, I could eat I could eat them all day. They're fantastic. Yeah, like on their own, loads of gravy
easy.
in. They are, they're fantastic. And it's funny how you're looking around the plates at other people's stuff to finish it off. Yeah, I think that's a bloke thing. Actually, I was going to mention this to you before. Again, I was speaking to a friend of mine, and he sort of brought me onto this thing where it does seem that guys don't like having food waste around them, so they have to clear it up.
Absolutely.
Yeah? So and it reminded me of it the other day. So we were out with the kids or whatever. We bought some ice creams. You know, my son didn't like his. Now I couldn't just leave it. I had to finish it.
Don't want to waste.
Yeah?
You don't want to waste it. Absolutely.
You don't want to waste it, right? You don't want to waste it. So we got him another one. I ended up eating 2 ice creams, but we were out with like some other family members. And the wife of this other guy goes, oh, and he does the same thing, as in referring to her husband. And I was like, it must be a bloke thing, because I've noticed, generally speaking, women will, one, order less and be prepared to leave half of their food. And I'm like, no, you can't do that. And it's even got to the point where now, so when we go out with like the kids and stuff, and like they order like pizzas and things, and I know they can't clear a whole pizza by themselves. So I'm thinking, right, do I order myself a proper full big adult meal, like the ultimate meal, because obviously you have to get big food, right? Or do I go for the medium, knowing that I'm probably going to end up with half a pizza?
But this is the thing.
The kids and my missus that I have to get through.
Yeah, it must be a thing, mate.
Because I can't leave it. I just can't leave it. There's just, I don't know, maybe it's the caveman DNA. If you have the same thing, it's our caveman DNA where, we were living off scraps. So it's just built into our DNA. We have to clear this food down.
100%. But I do think it's a timed exclusive, though, Asai, because your son is getting older. And as the older he gets, he's going to be eating more and more. So, it might only be for a little while. So make sure you enjoy it while you can.
Yeah, well, you see, that's the strange thing, right? So when you're out with your mates, so my mates, so there's never any food left, right? Which is fine. Yeah. I wonder how that dynamic works with like a father and son. Are you both looking at each other's plate going,
who's gonna blink first?
Is he gonna finish? Is he gonna finish that thing?
Oh, it must be the thing.
And I've not noticed me doing this to like when I'm out with my mates. Like I'm not looking at their plate going, are they going to leave their stuff? No, that doesn't happen. I think it's just in your family makes sense. Completely acceptable.
In your family, that makes sense. Yeah. That kind of typifies, what I did. I was eyeing up people's Yorkshire puddings before I finished my own. So, you know what? One thing you said really made sense. So whenever we make a roast dinner, right, my dad or my sister or my wife will be like, right, there's 5 of us. Everyone wants 2 each. So there's probably 16 in this packet. Shall I just make 10? I'm like, no, you make the whole damn packet, woman.
No, you do.
Right, you make the whole damn packet. And when you've taken it out of the oven, I will eat 4 straight away. Like.
Before they even go on your plate, you walk past and then
she's
like
taking
2
them
are
out
missing.
the oven and she's put them on top of the gas stove, and everyone's about to plate up. 4 will be gone already. Like if I'm around, 4 will be gone. I'm quality control, so I'm gonna taste to see if they're okay. Do you know what I mean? And I have to try it at least 4 times to make sure the family is safe.
I was gonna say, 6 Yorkies in.
Yeah, then I want my 2 on my plate after. So that's out of a packet of 16, I'm having 6.
But you're laughing, but I do exactly the same thing.
They're too good. I don't know what they're made of, man. It must be crack. It's so tasty.
Yeah. I even do the thing, right? So I've when we have Yorkies in our house, I even feel a little bit guilty. So when my missus turns away to do something else, I then go behind to sneak one.
I'll do the
and
same
then
thing.
Walk back the other way so she'll see me. I've got a very good relationship with like her mum as well. So when we go around there for like Sunday roast or something like that, I do the same. But obviously, she'll turn around to do something, and I'm just like trying to walk off, and you just hear, sorry.
My mother-in-law's she's done the similar thing for me. She knows I like them, so she'll chuck a few extra in my plate. Be like, oops. I'll be like, oh,
nice.
That's right.
And it's good because you've got this like little mountain of Yorkies on the side of your plate.
You need something to hold the gravy, right? And then when you're having a break from the meat and all the veg and the potatoes, you want to go for something else. That's when it's time for a Yorkshire pudding. And then you return back to the main meal, and then you take a break again. And you go for Yorkshire pudding. God bless whoever made Yorkshire puddings, man. Aunt Bessie, you're a legend. You're an absolute legend.
Like the simplest recipe, but fantastic. Yep. A friend of mine was telling me, and just going back to Toby Carvery, he was telling me the best con that he'd ever seen there. So if you just say you want 1 meat, they give you more of that meat. Have you noticed? So if you say 3, they'll do you like a slice of each or whatever. If you say 1, they'll do you the sort of 2 or 3 slices of the one. And he was telling me that he saw this guy once doing the perfect pause. So he'd walk up and go, what meat do you want? He'd go, just the chicken. So like, chicken. Right, so they cut it, put it on his plate, and he goes, and now I'll have some of the beef.
Oh, genius. Absolute genius. Oh, that's brilliant. You know what it is? Because I've got to be honest, I went there, even though I had a king-size plate, the meat was a little bit lacking. I was like, you could have done a little bit more here. What's going on? What is going on? Put the poor lass behind the counter there. She was giving me like slithers of meat, and I was like, just cut me a big chunk of, just give me that. Like, that's ridiculous.
Keep going. Just keep going.
Keep going. Like, she was like the judge, jury, and the executioner. Like, she was literally allowed to, choose how much I could have. I was like, oh, just give it extra. That's ridiculous. But that's where they make their money, and that's why they're doing all right. That's why they're doing okay.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. We'll leave them to it. Mm-hmm.
And that's a wrap for this week for our podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Really appreciate all of, and when I say all, I mean no likes, no follows, no subscriptions. What's going on, guys? This is terrible. Again, they're free. It's not costing you anything. So just, when you listen to this and you enjoy it, give us a little like, give us a little review. What would you like to see in the pod? But apart from that, thank you for listening.
Well,
a bit passive aggressive this outro.
Well, yeah, I was going to say you will listen to us. It's okay. Well, I've got a tiny violin in the post, so we can share it between the two of us when we look at our numbers each week and go, do you know what?
That Filipino mate, he's loving it. He's loving it.
At the very least, he could listen twice. He'd have twice as many listens then.
He probably doesn't get that well reception, so he's probably really looking forward to every episode. But
he's got your internet reception. It can't be worse than that. It never works.
Exactly. Oh, thank you so much for listening, guys. That's a goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me. Take all. That's kind of his Take care all. Catch you next time. Bye. Oh dear.
Thank you for listening to the JTS 51 podcast. For more epic content, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future episodes.
Did you enjoy the little intro, the last episode?
I did. That was pretty cool. That was really good, actually. Yeah.
It wasn't even intentional. It just I heard it and it really made me laugh.
No, that was really good. I really enjoyed that. It's almost like a blooper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a blooper started. Yeah. Okay, cool. Ready?
Right, let's do the clap.
Right.
One.
All right. 3. 1, 2, 3.
3.
Sorry, we did
1,
it.
3, 5.
On the
1, 2.
1, 2. Oh no! This is going in the blooper reel. All right. 1, 2, 3.